the team leaders here at Conferences Are Us, and we're just going to run through our project plan we've recently had approved for a really exciting project we've been working on, and it's a conference we're holding later this year in about 6 months' time for the Golden Oldies Racing Association. Just running you through our planning process. Obviously, we start off with the brainstorm. You can't start any plan without a brainstorm. It just creates disasters later down the line. So we start off with a brainstorm. Took us about 30 minutes running through that, and that led to a very, very successful and easy planning process.
Afternoon all. So just something about our client here. So our client, the Golden Oldies Racing Association. So a few things about them. We've got long-time motorist enthusiasts. So these guys are males and females. They are over 60s. So we've based off this and several meetings with the client, we come up with some project goals. So we have some client goals. So we didn't only think about our own goals. Conferences are us, but we also thought about our client goals. So we want to be able to hold a successful conference for the Goldie Oldies Racing Association. So we want them to be happy with the outcome, and we're hoping to be able to attract some new members, male and female, for them.
This plan over here is based on just top 5 assumptions. Now, first one I've got in here is every location considered has appropriate conference facility and available accommodation. This will be explained on the decision matrix, just explained earlier by Lawrence.
Good afternoon. As I've been introduced, I'm Lawrence. I'm a numbers guy. Hence KPIs and weighted attributes sort of fall naturally in my field of expertise. For the clients, as we perceive their KPIs to be, and we discussed these with our client organisation, is that they want to actually host the conference within their 10,000 budget that they've got to start with and not contribute a cent more.
As Lauren said, I'm just going to go through the work breakdown structure. Basically, after identifying our KPIs, our assumptions, our venue, we've got to start splitting up our workload and getting some more manageable chunks of work. So in that, we've split it up into 3 main areas: the venue and accommodation, marketing and finance, and administration and planning. That's a really, really good way for us to plan it, because the way our company's set up and the expertise of our staff that have went over before, we do have specific people for these areas.
Okay, so from the work breakdown structure, we were able to work out our critical path, which you can see mainly runs through these top items here. We identified that these items here we could have floats and we could do while we working on some of the other items. Our agenda we identified would start after obtaining approval, and that would be sort of a tight activity that will run until we finish arranging accommodation.
That leads up to Thomas, which is our project manager, and Vanessa looks after the stakeholder and the actual implementation of the work. And then basically that's a structure of our organization, and that leads up to our client, which is Goldies. It's racing.
So progress and monitoring. Got a few things that we'll do to help monitor our progress. We've got weekly catch-ups with the committee chairs. We have monitor and update the Gantt chart as required. Monthly status reports to the client. Tracking of attendees to the conference, just so we know how many attendees we'll have, and if we need to start panicking if no one's showing up. Tracking of guest speakers, making sure that they're still keen to speak for us. Sponsorship receipts, budget tracking, milestone tracking, and KPI assessments.
So just starting this off, we've sort of worked from a cost down structure and then worked out our ticket price from there, make sure that we've got some nice margin with a bit of risk money in there. So I'll run you through it. Starting off with our $10,000 initial payment for the client. This is left over from their last event, and this is going to go immediately towards funds like locking down bookings on deposits, etc. So if they want to come back to us, as they had in the previous year, $10,000 spare. This year they got $15,000 in their bank account. They can use it with us in the next event. So very, very good incentive. And again, that's targeting our KPI of getting repeat customers. So this budget covers our KPIs, I think very, very successfully, covers our risk, covers our revenue, and covers our repeat businesses. That's our budget. Thank you very much for listening.